reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the way down just walking?
Will all the Helganquil go back to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the forwards.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, That's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renaissance using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength, it's that it's sentient too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renaissance, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Ren and Ren, but if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renans, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No, I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renans inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renans to work alongside the Helganquil?
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean... just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, while I've got you, what's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Ow! Seriously, what the hell? You know, guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zeugles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renans have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Lenegis.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zeugles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
You're right. Zeugles were only created because of us Renans. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zeugles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
It's a nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renans are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zeugles aren't so different after all.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was some... off here?
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Look sharp! Lightning! Training's paying off!
Be careful not to overshoot.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebris!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Want me to pick up your platform?
Just pointing it out!
Ignite!
Do it! Shield! Go for it!
Alphen,
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In Tragedy's Aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years, no, even before that, just how many people, Renan or Danan, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems... pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
Don't get careless. These ones can run rings around.
To stop you dying?
Going in. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alvin.
It's time to end this battle.
I'm right beside you. Do it.
All yours, Kisara.
There's always room for improvement.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Dahnans?
I'd say it's likely, which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Dahnans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Dahnans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate.
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Sweeping them up is a one-man job.
By all means, be my guest.
I mean, you can help us.
Keep calm and take them down. did it? Not by a long shot. That'll bring you down. Going in. Do it!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Strike! Here I go. You barely managed to turn that bad.
You don't even sound surprised.
Perhaps I got more faith in you.
Well, I certainly don't argue. No further!
This one's mine.
To be let free!
That'll bring you down.
Commander of Heaven!
Now I'm real mad! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous! I'm more! Anything more!
Keep going.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix
Look sharp!
Lightning fireball!
That training's paying off!
going in.
First strike!
That'll bring you down. On guard. Do it.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Strike.
I can feel my precision improving.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogle somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourself. I have a bad feeling about this.
In a bind? Go away! I'm like bait to them!
Say no more!
Prepare to be seized on fleet foot. Actually, that's
Now I'm real mad!
More doing.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous!
You're mine!
Lion Howl.
We are!
Undefeatable. Unflappable.
unfazable.
And most of all, we're free!
think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
If that's true, and if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply...
We're in for a long walk with this one.
These things really get on my nerves.
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Striker! Yeah! Nice technique!
Never miss. Go for it! Prepare to crumble! By the power of
See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that. Now you see what I can do.
Nicely done.
I'm surrounded! Take this!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Striker! Yeah! Nice technique!
Not much longer to go.
Come on, one final push!
Let's do this
Just like
together.
that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said than done.
Do it! Get toasty!
Bird strike!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this. I'm like bait to them. I'm in trouble.
If there was one, we would have called it.
I owe you one.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebris!
And just like that, I'm back in it.
Start by holding the front line.
No sooner said
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebris! I'm just getting started!
Here, let me help.
You should have messed with me! Take this! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebris! I'm sorry to be bothered.
We've all got enough.
Yes, ma'am!
Thank you for all your help. Please.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Talon hurricane! Infernal finish you here and now! Ignite! Now you're rocking! Radiant shot! Radiant flower! Make it ready! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
I can feel my precision improving.
This looks nice and tough.
Guess I misread the landing.
We're in for a long slog with this one.
I'll finish you here and now! See what happened there as you crossed me. Shouldn't have done that. Now you see what I can do. In a vine, this one's mine.
That'll bring you down.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! First strike! Inferno fire! Oh, now bring it down to my turn! Take this! Inferno won't finish you here! Oh, now I'm real mad!
This one's mine.
Eat this!
I'm gone.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Will this help?
I'll smash you! Prepare to be seen!
Tiger blade.
Thank you for all your help. Please. Don't make that. I'm glad to know someone's got my back.
That's what my shield's for. Get the light.
Too much!
Here's a healing heart.
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Sword and shield!
A classic combination.
These structures don't look like anything built by the Renans, or even what we saw in the Forbidden Zone.
Perhaps this is the true architectural style of the Helganquil. Or perhaps the opposite, given their situation.
You mean like how some places favor building stuff with stone, while others rely on wood?
We're in for a long slog with this one.
When did I get so fast? Insects should stay on the ground. Dragon Form! Got fire!
You pick the bomb!
Hurricane Strike!
We may get out of this alive after
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Water, hear my call.
Prepare to be sealed.
Actually, perhaps ground is more appropriate.
Let's talk in more doing.
Lightning clap! Blow away! Lightning clap! Now I'm
That'll bring you down.
Nothing gets by me.
Make your way! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Think we overdid it?
Not by a long shot!
I'm ready!
I feel sprightlier than before.
Brace yourselves! This one's fun!
Will this help? Need to pull myself together.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Now I'm in the groove! Severing wind!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
Did you see?
Sure did. The part where you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
We're in for a long slog with this one!
Switch time! Dragon Sword!
Going
It
in!
can hide its own stuff? Amazing!
Should have messed with
Here's
me!
a healing arc! Look sharp!
I'll smash you!
First aid!
Tiger Blade! Eat this! Inferno! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! I'll tear you apart! I'll finish you here and now!
No further!
Talon
Try harder! No!
Talon Storm! Down on the ground!
Here's a healing arc! First aid!
I'm on Penumbra!
Here's evil!
Reflect on thy sins!
Freeze Limb!
They smite the black
I'll heal you all!
execution! So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint.
No, then
Here's evil!
I'm just getting started!
Here's a healing arc!
They smite with blackened blade!
Here, let me help.
Execution! I'm on it! My reach is even wider! Soaring ground! Now in the groove! Oh, now it's getting charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop it. Denied!
Eat this!
This one's mine!
Hitting pile driver!
It's not too late to bow out. I'm not looking to get our tails handed to us.
That's exactly why.
I'll bring you back
I don't know what I'd do without you.
So fine not too long ago.
Time to let it rip! I really don't.
Here's a healing arc!
Now I'm in trouble.
In an instant!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Those thorns.
I'm not letting them get in our way!
This looks nice and tough.